Alright, what's going on YouTube? Dapper Dan here. Another beautiful day here in Colorado, and today we're installing a light bar on the Bronco. It's a 42-inch light bar and 24,000 lumens. I just tested it on cooking it to the battery, and it's super bright. But it did not come with any instructions. So it's gonna take a minute to figure out. What came in the box is the mounts, obviously, some screws, and I'm thinking these are covers for the parts that were taken off, and I'm not sure what these are for, but we'll figure it out. And yeah, there's the hardware. If you guys like this, and if you want it for yourself, there will be a link down in the description for the same one that I got. It was pretty reasonably priced. I think it was like $150. What it does not come with, what you'll need, is a trim panel removal tool, and you'll need some ATV. I got some black one, so it looks cool, I guess. You'll need a drill bit. This is the smallest one I have, so not sure what the size is or if it'll work. It should work though, because I measured it against the cable. It's the same size as the cable. And you'll need some of these things, the things where you put the wires on each side and then you use this to clamp it down. And what would be nice is the eyelet, to use an eyelet. But I did not have one of those, so we're gonna have to make do without it. As you guys can see, I got the hood opening from testing it earlier, and I'm probably gonna have to pull the Bronco out because I'm gonna need to go on the passenger side to take the trim panels off over there, and I don't have enough room in my garage right here to open the door over there, so I'm gonna have to pull it out probably. But we'll get to that in a little bit. All right, first thing you're gonna wanna do is climb up here and remove these. I'm gonna use the trim panel removal tool. Okay, there's one. And I'm gonna try and climb over there to the other side. Put that on the visor. Okay. All right. Okay, that wasn't too bad. There's the other one over here. That one was even easier to take off. And then we'll need to probably get our Bronco toolkit to take these off. All right, you'll need the 10 millimeter, it looks like, from your Bronco toolkit. I already did the other side, so we just gotta loosen these and take them off. Okay, there we go. Make sure you save everything just in case. All right. All right, that's taken off now. Now I think I need to pull it out because I think I need to drill the hole on that side. So we'll figure it out and I'll get back to you guys. All right, going off the parts, looks like this goes on bottom. This goes on top of that, and then this goes on top of that to cover it up. That's just going off the parts. Again, there's no instructions included, so we will see. Now is the sketchy part, drilling the hole. So I gotta get this, and first thing we gotta do is take this down, sun visor down. Let's see if I can remember how to do that. All right, gotta get this plastic piece off. That was such a pain. And then I'm pretty sure it's the same wrench to get the mirror off right here. If we can get that out of the way, I'm gonna have to put the camera. Okay, it turns out I think it's an 8 millimeter. Okay, it's smaller than 8. I think it's a 7. Feels like it's turning now. Alright, it's definitely a 7 because it's coming undone. Slowly but surely. Okay. Tilt it and push it, and it should come off. Alright, finally got it off. Now I just need to undo this connection here for the lights on there, and then we're done with that part. Alright, these are pop clips apparently, so I'm gonna pull down on them. There we go. Alright, and this orange and gray auxiliary wire is the one that you want. You have to pull it this way. So you see it up there, and then you pull it down and pull it towards the left. And that's what makes it available once you pull it off. And then now we can get to drilling, I think. Alright, now that we got all that done, it is time to drill, I think. Alright, what you want to do is see this little divot right here. Hopefully you guys can see it in the sunlight, but that's where you want to drill to. I'm going to have to stand on the seat to get this done correctly. Alright, well, it might help if my battery was charged. I gotta do that now, and it's lunchtime anyway. Okay, back from my lunch break. Got the battery charged a little bit. Let's see how it goes now. Oh, gotta stand on the seat, I forgot. Looks like we're getting close. Alright, you guys, my drill is still charging, so what I'm going to do in the meantime is get all the wires connected. So we're going to start under the hood, and we got this orange and gray wire right here. And under the hood, I think it's supposed to be like, let's see. Alright, here's all these here. And from the video I watched, the yellow and white wire, or maybe just yellow. Yeah, so yellow goes to brown and white. Don't forget your tools. So yellow goes to brown and white. White, brown and white, and purple. So we got the brown and white right here, and it needs to go to the yellow one. So, alright, we take this black portion completely off. There we go. And then you strip it. There we go. And this goes to the brown and white. This is going to be tight. Okay. Got that done. Now you need these things. And we're going to do it to the brown and white first. Okay, we're going to twist it so it goes in there easier. Okay, finally got it. Turns out you need the blue ones. And what I did, I pulled the brown wire out from underneath the electrical tape right there to make it a little bit longer. And that was definitely very helpful. So, tip for you guys, pull the brown wire out. You might want to pull the yellow one out too, but I didn't really need to. Now time to hook up underneath the glove box. So, underneath the glove box, you go right here, and there's 2 pins on either side. You just loosen those, and then the whole thing comes out. And under here, so in here we need to connect, it's kind of hard to see. There we go. Off to the side, the brown and white wire from the engine to the orange and gray wire up top. So we'll do that here real quick if we can. I had to pull off the orange and white wire, and I need to strip it now. I don't know what gauge it is, but we're using the 14, I think it looks like. One that's not too big, but not too small. There we go. Got that piece off. Okay, we're gonna connect this while we can, while it's easy, because once you get them connected to each other, that's when it gets hard. Make sure it's all the way on there, close to the edge as possible, and clamp down as hard as you can. There we go. Okay, now this needs to go to brown and white, which is right here, which we do not have very much slack on this wire. I need to get this end off. This is going to be very tight. Okay. All right, now for the hard part, to get those attached. There's not much room. This would be much better if I was left-handed. All right, we finally got it. That was a struggle for sure. If I was you guys, I would do the brown and white wire first because it is not that long. You don't have much leverage. I had to go and get some of my pliers from the army because they're nice and thin on the point and crimp it that way. Because this one, the crimp is back here, and it's not as easy sticking the blades all the way through and trying to do it from the back and then risking cutting something. So I just would rather do it from the front and get as much leverage as I can, and I finally got it. All right, we finally got all the way through. You guys can see the hole there, and I got this end hooked up. Now just time to, I got one end hooked up over there. Hook up the mounts, put the light bar in place, and that's probably the hardest part. If you're doing it by yourself like I am, you can see the mounts have a little groove on the top. What you want to do is put the bolts on either side first and put it in one end and then slowly lower it down to the other end. These also reuse the factory nuts here. So we're gonna put this on very loose because I need to put the cable underneath, and hopefully this works. Should be enough room. Okay, very loose. We got the light bar. Okay. All right, we finally got the cable through. This particular cable is a 5/16, which is what you want. And we're about to mount the light bar now, see how we can get it through. My GoPro is about to die too, so hopefully I can get the rest of this. All right. Let's push the cable as far through as we can. All right. Mostly in, this side in, there. Now we'll put this side as much as we can. Get the cable in. Okay. We're gonna want to flatten it like that. Put the screws on, the nuts on. Actually, I want to do that sealant first. Okay. Alright, we got that one slightly in. Gotta go get the Allen wrench. Alright, we'll get the Allen wrench. Tighten it up a little bit. We can always adjust the angle later. Okay. Climb over to this side. Tighten up this angle. Alright. There we go. You don't want to fully tighten it down until you get the angle right that you want. Okay. Alright. Hard part is done. Now, all we gotta do is connect. Alright, you guys, GoPro died. I ended up having to charge it up a little bit, but ended up having to get rid of most of the plastic cover around these wires. What I ended up doing is taking this piece off right here, and I'm going to be running the negative over to one of these bolts over here, probably that one, tucking the rest up there, and then obviously the positive has to go to the orange and gray wire. So we're almost done, and then all this extra cable, we'll just have to tuck it up in there or something. Okay, I already got one end connected, so This should make it relatively easy. There we go. It's so much nicer when you have a bunch of slack. Okay, got that connected. I don't think it's going anywhere. Now, I need to shove all these cables back up in here. Those cables are shoved back up in there. There's one. Okay, what I ended up having to do is pull everything through the sunshade hole and hook this back up. And now I'm gonna try and stuff everything back up in there. All right, I measured this bolt against the blue ones that I had and it would not work. So we have to use the yellow one of these. This should be easy to do. All right, there we go. Got that. And this bolt up here is an 8mm, so we're gonna attach it like this and screw it all the way on. Then we'll tuck the cable in later. All right, we got that cable tucked in there and that hooked up again. I'm trying to hurry before my GoPro battery dies again. These bolts right here are not gonna fit because the cable's in the way. Let's push the cable down. Okay, try this again. Okay, much better. These bolts, 8mm, and I should just go right in. Okay, we'll hand tighten this one, and this one doesn't want to go in. There we go, that's a little better. All right, you guys, hopefully this one's not in the way, but we got everything put back together. Again, the sun visor was a pain, but we got these bolts put back in, and I got my GoPro charged a little bit, got this piece put back on. This is tucked up nice and tight. The sun visor was a pain. Instead of using the ratchet, I had to use this, and it worked out better. So everything is put back together. In theory, we should be able to put this in accessory mode, turn our aux 1, and the light should work. So we'll test it out right now. Okay, I saw it on my hand, so that means it works. So here we go. We're gonna test it out. There we go. You can see it's working too. All right, we are going to put everything away, and we're going to test this out at night. That way I can get the height adjusted right, and so you guys can see how bright it is. But it looks awesome to me, finally. Took me, geez, 3.5 hours, but someone who's better at electrical stuff, it'd probably take you less time. That looks good for sure. I gotta put all my tools away now, and next portion you guys see is gonna be nighttime, and we're gonna go someplace relatively dark and see how bright it is. So again, if you guys want this same light bar that I have, it's like 150 bucks, and the link will be down in the description to get the exact same one that I have. So hopefully you guys like it. All right, we're gonna wait till nighttime now. All right, you guys, finally we're done. We've got the open air, we're in a dark area here, and we're gonna try it out. Tested it out during the daylight earlier and it works fine. So the goal is to aim it a little bit higher than the high beams. So right now we got the standard LED lights, and there's the high beams right there, and then we're gonna hit aux 1, and there is, all right, there's the light bar. So I think we do need to raise it up a little bit. Okay. It definitely is very bright. Let's raise it up a little bit. Okay. Let me get a view from up here. Right. Yeah, definitely need to raise a little bit more. Yeah, I think that's good. So it's almost parallel. There we go. I think that's good. I can see pretty far, so let's go ahead and get out and see how it looks from the front. Oh yeah, that is super bright. I like it. Very bright. 24,000 lumens. Anyway guys, that is all I got for this video. That took a lot longer than I thought it would, but I think it's worth it. If you guys enjoyed today's video, make sure you hit that thumbs up button. And remember, if you want this same light bearer, there's a link down in the description for it. If you really enjoyed today's video, share it with a friend. And leave me a comment, let me know what you think of the light bar. And if you haven't already, hit the subscribe button. Thanks for watching and have a good day. Later.